What's going on, everyone? It's time for another film review. Today we're going to be talking about The Creature Walks Among Us, which is the third film in the Creature from the Black Lagoon trilogy of the Universal Classic Monsters collection. I've been reviewing pretty much every movie out of that. We have one more after this, and then it's done. So The Creature Walks Among Us was released by Universal April 26, 1956. It was written by Arthur Russ, produced by William Allen, and directed by John Sherwood, who also did like Raw Edge, Take One False Step, Ride the Pink Horse, and Heartbeat, to name a few. And it had a budget of around $1 million. Probably today, not back then, but yeah, this definitely has like a B movie feel to it. So a group of archaeologists go to the Black Lagoon and find the creature, and this time they wanted to experiment on it. So let's take away his gills and replace it with lungs and see how he'd react to that and breathe in yeah normal air. But the creature wakes up early after the procedure and runs amok on the ship that they're working on and they did the surgery on, and tries to swim and nearly drowns. So they bring him back to shore, back up so he could breathe, and terror ensues. This is your typical B movie, I'd say. It's very campy, this movie. It's very far fetched, the story, but it's actually somewhat amusing and entertaining and a cool, neat little direction to go with the creature. And the way they did this is pretty funny. Yeah, so basically, the ambitious and the research and stuff, aspects of like the characters and the archaeologists and stuff, makes us more amusing because it's just like a stir of the moment almost type of idea that they had, and they go through with it and did not think of the repercussions of it. What and this is your common horror creature feature trope, especially back in the 50s, when humans were experimenting with like nuclear stuff and things like that. So there's a lot of like movies resonate with that. This is back when like them, Attack of the Giant Leeches, all those big monster movies are coming out, and then you have these weird ones like this where they take a creature and try to alter it to try to make it more human, but instead they make a more hulking creature and stronger creature when it goes after people. Like they do your typical swim shot in the near the beginning of the film, just like the creature from the Black Lagoon. Even though this one's a little more shoddy looking, and then once they once they change the lungs, the creature looks so much bigger and hulkier for some reason. I don't know if that was done on purpose or if it was just the way the actor was built. Because again, this creature was played by two like an Olympic swimmer basically, and an actual different actor for the on land shots, and you can really see the difference in this, so it makes it even more cheesier. But one of the most cheesy aspects is the face of the creature. It looks so corny and cheesy. It's so good. um, it's so bad it's good, I should say. But the story in the film itself is actually pretty interesting. If you're more of like the more scientific side of like creature features and stuff, this one might be more up your alley. And definitely, it's a more intricate, more serious tone of a film, even though it has a B movie aesthetic to it. And I really enjoyed that. It was really funny watching the fight scenes on land, and then when the creature tries to swim away and then realizes he can't breathe and almost drowns, one of the divers jumps in with a breathing tube, like you see with like back in like the old like underwater shows, they breathe through tubes. So he does that and wrestles the creature, makes him breathe it, and brings him back up in a scuffle in this unique choreographed underwater sequence, which was good, but it drags on quite a bit, and then it abruptly ends. Um, yeah, I thought this movie was entertaining, funny, and the serious tone. It takes away it keeps the violent creature aspects of the sequel and the more like love interest of the original, but then puts a spin on it with a new scientific way of trying to like the creature in something new, which was good. But yeah, some people won't like this. But if you watch this in a B movie aspect, with like knowing it's tongue in cheek, corny, and a little hokey and stuff, which most of these monster movies end up being after a while. Yeah, you definitely get more of the feel for how this movie's going to play out. And yeah, besides the abrupt ending, though, it was still pretty good. The acting's pretty good, cinematography's pretty decent. They still have good underwater cinematography, even though some of them are a little odd shots. But yeah, for what they had to work with and the way the story played out, they did a decent job, I thought. Yeah, there's not much to complain about besides like the cheesy looking fish head sort of makeup effects and the whole complete different size comparison of each creature. But yeah, overall, it's still an interesting film. It takes a while for it to get going, but once it gets going, it gets entertaining, just to say. So I'm going to give The Creature Walks Among Us a 4 out of 5. It's the numbed down so bad it's good type of film, and yeah, it's definitely one to check out, especially if you like the creature from the Black Lagoon and stuff. This one's definitely one to check out, and I was pleasantly surprised by it. So yeah, but there's a trailer link down below if you never heard of it or if you want to relive it. That's linked down below. Also linked down below is my Instagram where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. There's the film title hashtag and the subgenre film hashtag, so you're aware of it. Yeah, and also down below is my Letterbox and Dairy Pay reviews. That's where I post my first story right after watching the films. Like this video, share it so more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. Also, let me know what your favorite Universal classic monster film is. Or if you have a favorite Creature from the Black Lagoon film, let me know down below. I'll love to hear your thoughts on those. Also, if you have any films or film franchises that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, I'll watch any genre. So comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get them as soon as I can and if I can find them. But yeah, that's it for this one for now. Yeah, definitely a good cheesy B movie to close off the Creature from the Black Lagoon trilogy. And we got one more left, so make sure you ring that bell because we're going to be diving into the 1943 remake of Phantom of the Opera in the next one, which is considered also part of the classic monsters film collection, so I'm going to include it in this too. And yeah, then we covered all the classic Universal movies, monster movies from the golden age of horror, which every horror fan and reviewer should do. So I got all my thoughts out pretty much for this. We have one more to go, so make sure you ring that bell. Also make sure you subscribe because hopefully you'll find something weird, obscure, and odd for you to check out that you never thought of checking out together, or so you can hear my opinions on popular films and classic films like this one. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, and well, that's it for this one. That's what I thought of Creature Walks Among Us. It's pretty entertaining, hokey, but cheesy and fun film. So definitely check it out if you haven't seen it, and yeah, watch out for all those creatures with being experimented on, changing into human lungs and wreaking havoc. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, cheers.